Hey guys, Ben Silk Sports back with another video, and today I'm going to be giving my top 10 NFL QB power rankings going into the 2026 NFL season. Let's get started off with number 10. You got the Chargers quarterback, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert. Is it a prove-it year for him? Yeah, some say it probably is. But I'd still put him in the top 10. He's had a rough few seasons, but still he's been able to keep the Chargers close to playoff contention, even with some seasons he did not have good receivers at all. And his receivers are all right. They're not like top-tier receivers like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, but they have all right receivers. And the fact that he always puts Chargers in contention and just his play style, that puts him in the top 10 for me. Justin Herbert, number 10 going into the season. He's just a solid quarterback. Even when he's had no receivers, he's been able to keep his team in contention. And then right when he gets injured, you see that Chargers team become a lot worse, as we've seen that in years past. But at number 9, I think a lot of Cowboys fans are going to freak out by this. I don't have him higher. You got Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott. Yes. Dak Prescott's been doing solid on the Cowboys. 2 great wide receivers in CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. And that's why I put him so low. And at 9, he's a solid quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback, in my opinion, but I think he's towards the bottom of that list. He's older, and I think a big reason why he's still the level that he is because of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. If he didn't have them, let's say Dak Prescott was on the Jets, I don't think the Jets would be looking too good, similar to how they're looking now. I don't think Dak Prescott's a game changer at the end of the day. You got CeeDee Lamb, Pickens, you got that explosive offense. The Cowboys signing a dozen more wide receivers, including Valdez-Scantling. And, I just have, my opinion, Dak is the number 9 ranked QB. He's just older, and at the end of the day, he's solid, but he's not, the same level as, QBs farther up this list. At number 8, you got the 2027 Madden 27 cover. That's Caleb Williams. Will he get cursed? That's the question. His Madden curse has continued, but it hasn't been too bad. So, we'll see. But Caleb Williams is coming off an incredible season. It's the reason why he's at number 8. Just led the Bears to the playoffs, came up short, and had so many great game performances throughout, proving that he's a top-tier QB, utilizing his weapons of his offense. And, this Bears team came into the season doubted, and he proved them wrong. And just the talent, the gameplay that this guy has in Caleb Williams, it's great, and he's not going anywhere, and I just feel like he's going to be a name in this league for a long time. He's already browsed into a pretty good QB. At number 7, you got the 2-time MVP in Lamar Jackson. Lamar Action Jackson. Reason why I have him at 7, coming off a season he was injured part of, wasn't able to lead the Ravens to the playoffs, but I don't know what to expect from him this season. Keep in mind, you got a new coach, Harbaugh's gone, and the weapon, not really a lot of improvements in the offseason. So, he's still a top 10 quarterback in my opinion, but I don't put him on the top 3 list anymore because I just feel like a lot of new ins and outs in the Ravens this year, and I don't know, when they had their old ins and outs, which was pretty good, it just wasn't working last year. Lamar Jackson is getting older as well, and but Lamar Jackson still is able to put the Ravens in the conversation each week, and so there's a reason why he's up there, but I got him at 7. At number 6, you got Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, he is something. People have forgotten about him this offseason, I feel like. I haven't heard any talk about this Trevor Lawrence guy. I've heard Caleb Williams, Drake Maye, Allen Mahomes, all those guys. Not heard about anything about Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, you can't forget, he led this Jaguars team 13 wins last season. Yes, they got eliminated in the first round, but 13 whopping wins. And he just had an amazing season throughout. He had games where he threw like 5 touchdowns, and this Jaguars team, they won at the end of the season. Big highlight was that win against the Broncos. That was all led by Trevor Lawrence. I believe he scored like it was 31-17 at some point, or was the final score? But regardless, Trevor Lawrence was able to put up 30 or more points on the Broncos. Meanwhile, their defense dominated. And that's just one peek of what he's done all season. He's really blossomed in the quarterback that he was drafted to play like in Jacksonville, and he's just getting better. And I would not be shocked by the end of this season he'd be in the top 3 of my list. But at number 5, you got the reigning MVP in Matthew Stafford. Yes, he is the reigning MVP, but something to keep in mind, he is old. I would have him higher otherwise, but he is old. Also, he had Nakua, Devontae Adams. Those were his receivers. But at the same time, the fact that he still puts up so much talent at his age, it's phenomenal. And keep in mind as well, the reason why I put him a bit higher than Prescott is, when Adams or Nakua was out, he was still throwing bombs and having amazing performances in his games. And Matt Stafford, there's a reason why he won MVP. As much as I would have loved Drake Maye to win it, like, he did have an MVP season. 46 touchdown passes. It probably was his best season in his career. Yeah, and Matt Stafford, years raced on the Lions and then the Rams, like, small rebuild, but he's now back, and he had a pretty good season with 2 very solid wide receivers, and even without them, he keeps throwing the bombs, and that is the showing of a top 5 quarterback in the NFL going into this season. At number 4, you got Joe Burrow. Yes, it's been a rough go for Burrow as of late. But I put him in the top 5 because this guy has so much potential. You see his play style. You see the Bengals putting up 30 points or something each game when he's playing with that Bengals offense. You have that Bengals offense and the Texans defense. Or you put Burrow on the Vikings. Both those teams could go 17-0. Joe Burrow is that good. He reminds me of Tom Brady early in his career. And he just has a great play style, just a great quarterback overall. And Joe Burrow, probably one of my favorite players in the NFL. And also just, this guy has a future. It's just because of this Bengals defense and them just not signing big name players is the reason why he could be one of my list. But that's the reason why he's not. But yeah, the Bengals, if they figured it out, the Bengals could easily be the best team in the league. Any team could be the best team in the league, basically, with him. Because you take out Joe Burrow, the Bengals are probably getting the number 1 draft pick. Maybe Burrow and Chase, but yeah, that team, that just shows you how much the culture changes with Joe Burrow playing. But now on to our top 3. At number 3, you got Patty Mahomes. Yes, some are going to complain about this. Most people have him 1 on the list. Well, this is heading into this season. Look at what he did last season. Coming off an injury, so many question marks, but Chiefs did not even come close to making the playoffs. So there's some question marks. Is Mahomes still at the elite part of his career? Yes, he is an amazing quarterback. And these top 3 quarterbacks I have, they could go number 1 either way. Any of them could go number 1, even these top 4. And Patrick Mahomes, there's a reason why people are saying he's the next Brady. He's won 3 Super Bowls already. Always going to put the Chiefs in there as a champion favorite. But at the end of the day, you look at these top 2, and especially the one in the first place, like, these other quarterbacks just have better play style than him. Just and this late in his career, like, people are figuring out Mahomes, and like Mahomes has had luck go his way a lot. Meanwhile, these other quarterbacks, which I'm going to mention above, they just have great. Both, I'm not saying Mahomes doesn't have this either, but they have amazing athletic ability, throwing the ball, not really focused on rushing that much, and they have the rushing part of the game too. But I just feel like they're doing it more athletically and with not as good, well-rounded teams. Now on to number 2. And this is, before I get to number 2, this list is fully my opinion. I'm not being biased at all. I honestly think this guy has a future at number 2. You got my man, Drake Maye. Yes, big Patriots fan, but Drake Maye, that guy is good. You looked at the season he had last year, damn. And he is not done. Leading the Patriots to the Super Bowl. Just so many great, he did a phenomenal job. Now look at how better this Patriots team is getting. You're getting A.J. Brown, Romeo Doubs. On the defense, you got multiple weapons. They're getting Van Tucker as well. They added up multiple other weapons. This Patriots team is going to be amazing. And Drake Maye, his talent is special, and he's playing with winning culture, which is something that really sticks out to me, and that's a big reason I put him this high on this list. He's trying hard, and yeah, Drake Maye, in my opinion, he's a future. I think he could win multiple Super Bowls. He got his team to a Super Bowl in a year. If they had almost any other quarterback, I don't think they would have even made the playoffs, the Patriots. But Drake Maye, he's talent, and I could tell when I see talent, he's special talent, and he has a future in this league. And he's just an athletic dual quarterback. He has amazing throws, precisely on time. You got a rushing quarterback as well, just a great game designer play. And with Mike Vrabel as the coach and McDaniels, he just has blossomed into an amazing player, and a player that reminds me so much of the player I got at number 1. It's a very similar play style as him as well. May even pass him for number 1 in a year if the Patriots do win the Super Bowl. You got Josh Allen. This should be the number 1 on everyone's list. Josh Allen, yes, he had a down season last year, but this guy is amazing on the top level of his career, and this player is just something else. An amazing quarterback in the league. So many great plays by him. You look at what he did with that Bills offense when you had Cookie Coleman, and why am I forgetting the other guy's name on that offense? You look at the receivers he had. Josh Allen still led his team to 12 or 13 wins each season. It was incredible. That's also something to mention with Drake Maye. Yes, Drake Maye had Stephon Diggs, but it was an older, not as good Stephon Diggs. And you look at the rest of the Patriots offense. They were all these stars that emerged this season. Before the season, most people besides Patriots fans didn't know who Booty was or any of these guys really on their offense. Chisholm, I don't know why I can't think of the other guy's name, but yeah, Drake Maye and Josh Allen. The reason why I got them 1 and 2 is they haven't had the best weapons, and they have been able to succeed and lead this offense to the promised land. But Josh Allen most definitely gets this with the players he's had on offense. The defense has been solid, but Josh Allen has talent of an amazing QB, and who knows, hopefully the Bills can finally get over the loop. They've fallen short so much, but he is the making of he's a quarterback that deserves to win a championship, and he plays like a champion. He won MVP in 24. In my opinion, the last few years he's been the best player in the league. Maybe 25 McCaffrey beat him out by just a little bit, and 26 Saquon, or 25 Saquon, 24 McCaffrey. You know what I get. I'm confusing the years they actually did good with the man years where they both got cursed. But anyway, I want you guys to let me know what you think of my list. And comment your lists as well. Jets fans, better not see Geno Smith at the top. And Cowboys fans, not going to see Dak Prescott at the top. That's a little biased. But I want to see your picks. See what you guys think. Who are your top 10 QBs going into this season? Comment that in the comments below. But that's going to do it for today. I'm Ben Silk, and I'll see you next time.